Jai Shri Mataji. Please bow down to the Shri Mataji, raise your Kundalini and take the bandhan. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, Sakshat Shri Adishakti, Mother, please grant us the permission to do the meditation at your lotus feet and please bless us for blessing. Now please keep our right hand towards Mother Earth. Our complete attention is on center of the palm. Now please keep our right hand on our lap and left hand towards the sky. Our complete attention is on center of right palm. Now please keep our both the hands on our lap. Our complete attention is on central Muladhara chakra. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, you are Sakshat Shri Nirmal Ganesha. You are Sakshat Shri Kartikeya. Mother, please remove all the badhas, all the negative fields from my Muladhara chakra. Please awaken serenity principle within us. Shri Ganesha Sakshat. तमेव साक्षात् श्री गणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवे नमो नमः. Now please keep our right hand on left side of our stomach below the abdomen. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, give me pure knowledge about myself. Mother, please give me pure knowledge about myself. Now please keep our right hand on left side of our heart. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, I am only pure spirit. Mother, I am not this body, I am not this mind, I am not this spirit. I am only pure spirit. Mother, please come into my heart. Keep our right hand on our forehead. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, I have forgiven everyone, including myself. I have forgiven everyone. Now please keep our right hand on our Sahasrara and slowly rotate our right palm clockwise 7 times on our Sahasrara. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, you are Sakshat Sri Sahasrara Swamini. You are Sakshat Sri Adishakti. Mother, please awaken my Kundalini. Mother, please bless the thoughtlessness. Now please keep our both the hands on our lap. Our complete attention is on center of both the palms and the Sahasrara. We will listen lecture of Shri Mataji.
Towards the ascent, where all paupers or became mad or were wasted. Ultimately, I think the whole aggressiveness disappeared with understanding that it is no use aggressive. But the left movement still remained very prevalent. So for the rest of the world, French are very weird, queer, strange people. They developed their own insular methods of dealing with things. This is, I would say, is a curse. Because that kind of a curse, when it works out, then you cannot improve as you have nothing else to see and relate and to advance. Because the ego, when it is worked with the left problems, you can be very queer, strange, and weird. I could see that the first day I came to Paris. And they told me very clearly that, Mother, don't smile at all. And you have to keep very serious. And I cannot be serious for more than 2 minutes, I think. 2 minutes. So I said, but why? The reason they said was that they will think that you are an ignoramus. You don't know what's happening in this world. Serious things are happening and you are laughing. So they will think that you are not at all matured. But as soon as I started my lecture, I looked at those people who were so serious.
Aussitôt que j'ai commencé ma conférence, j'ai regardé à mon auditoire, ils avaient tous l'air tellement sérieux
And I couldn't control my laughter.
que j'ai pas réussi à contrôler mon rire. I hope it's changing.
And then I said, sorry, I'm addressing all the les miserables, which I've heard about. I'm so happy to see today that veil of gloom has passed over. As if lot of dirty mud had gathered over here and the lotuses were about to bloom out. Whatever may be the atmosphere, whatever may be the history, whatever may be that has been created by human beings, inside resides beautiful lotus uh, petals, everything intact. With a little push, they all are out now in the atmosphere, spreading their fragrance in this dirty pool, what we call as France. And they are such strong people, very strong Sahajayogas in France, which really makes me very happy and proud. In the beginning, I used to come every third week to Paris and have a meeting. And when they asked, Mother, why are you so much visiting Paris? I said, that is the gate of the hell. You must have heard the story I have told you about the advertising department.
No?
Huh?
No, Shri
I better
Mataji.
tell them. You see, two men who had done a lot of good, as Sahajogis maybe, when they died, they were asked to go to heaven. So they went to heaven, and there they found everybody was meditating. So I said, what is new about this? We were meditating in the
Alors, ils ont...
So they said, why not they asked the permission of God that can we see also hell if we have a chance, because then we can decide, you see, whether we want to be here or there. You see, that is what the ego is. You must have choice. So they went to hell, and when they entered the first big hall, they found all kind of music was going on, funny type of music, and like Halloween, you have all kinds of dirty things, and the women were dancing nude, and the men were singing nude, and they were doing all funny things there, which we call funny. So they said, this seems to be a better place for a change, because drinking was free, everything was free there, drugs,
sur la table.
all nice things. I mean.
Donc, toutes les bonnes choses de l'existence.
So they said it's a very nice place. So the people who were in charge said, what are you doing here? So they said, we've come to visit the hell. Where is the hell? So they said, you can see from this hole, and they took them to a hole from where they could see the picture of hell. And there they found people hanging on top of fire, or they were put in the boiling oil, and they were put in the dirty mud, all kinds of things, you see. And they were horrified. And some were whipped very badly, and I don't know, all kinds of punishments that are. So they got a fright, and they said, now, if that is hell, what is this in this hall? They said, this is the advertising department of hell. And ideas were coming from French and English specialists and other specialists from other European countries also. And nowadays the Swiss must be doing all the banking there.
Et les Suisses tenaient les cordons de la bourse.
So that is the advertising department, about which, you see, one should be quite knowledgeable to know what is the advertising department of hell is. So the righteousness and the holiness can only be maintained if you are very careful about these advertising departments, especially in France and other countries. The left side works in this way, that we want to destroy ourselves, because left side stands for desire as well as for destruction. It can destroy you all if there is no desire of God anymore. So when you start getting to the other side of your desires, you have a desire to destroy yourself. Yesterday only, I read in the newspaper an English lady who left billions of pounds, killed herself by malnutrition. So this idea of destroying yourself is now justifying so many things that we do in this world which should not be done for our health, for our physical, mental, and emotional and spiritual health. And this tendency is to be seen by Sahajogis within themselves also. When the Sahajogis start slipping out, and you tell them you are slipping out, now don't go that way. So they say, no, leave me alone. It's all right. I can manage myself, means I can destroy myself. And this anti-life behavior starts to such an extent that they denied all that was spiritual, all that was healthy. Also, on the left hand side, you had some horrible writers and authors who came on this earth to give you very anti life ideas. Like a person like Said, you see, who started Sadism and all that. This kind of people only could prosper in France. In India, such a person would have been thrown out. Some mad fellow might have written Kama Sutra, but I've never known that book. I've never read that book. I don't know anything about it. And I don't know if you ask anyone, they'll say, what is that book? We don't know. But if you say Gita, if you say Ramayana, you'll find many, or most of them. Even the Christians in India won't read such a book. But these books were very much appreciated. You find it's hard to find anyone in Europe who's educated and who has not read these books. It is like a Bible for them. I mean, all these things have made them immune to sin, the filth of sin. To add to problems, we had so many wars, but last war, France was occupied by these horrible Germans. So they were in complete fear. Again, another left-sided movement. All these things have added to the perpetuation of left-sided problems. Now, how to get rid of them is our problem. When I came here, Patrick told me how they found people possessed by all kinds of variety of booths. And I'm not surprised because I was expecting it sometimes to happen. There are still many Sahajogis, especially yoginis, who are possessed. I know of one mad one who came to my house, broke all the houses, everything, and did a lot of things. French, you know. The man. Oh, yeah. So to get out of it, first of all, we must know the dangers of it. If the women go on like this, don't obey their leaders and go on with it, saying that this is my right, don't meditate and do all kinds of things, they'll become schizophrenic. The schizophrenia, according to me, according to Sahajayoga, is a disease in which you are permanently possessed by many of these dead spirits. And in India, they would be sent to lunatic asylums. But I'm told that they have now cancelled all lunatic asylums everywhere, and the lunatics are moving on the streets. It's a very serious situation. The government doesn't realize what they're doing. Once I traveled by a bus in Paris, and I saw one after another people, one lady, then one gentleman, then one another gentleman. They walked in, and they were talking to themselves loudly. They are all possessed people, and they'll possess you. They will possess you. They'll possess your children. They can possess your pets. Anyone. Such abnormal people should be kept away from the public. But Mari told me that, you see, we French are very sympathetic towards that. The booths also, I must tell you, the left-sided people, they try to do things to incur your sympathies. In the right-side people, as they are aggressive to attract your attention, the left-sided people are aggressive to themselves to attract your attention. So those people who think we can wear some scanty clothes in winter time, or we can torture our lives, stand on our heads, all such people are now passing the limits of advertising department. So the first thing Sahajogis have to remember that you have come on this earth to enjoy.
La première des choses que les Sahajayogas doivent se souvenir face à ce déferlement d'idées noires, c'est que vous êtes venus sur cette terre pour enjoy
Enjoy.
in French.
No French.
Difficult, Shri Mataji.
Imagine they said there is no word in French for enjoyment that I heard today, but for fun. Fun.
They found that one, Shri Mataji.
Found, thank God.
Found one.
So this is fun. You have to enjoy the fun of life. And you are not here to suffer anymore. You are not to suffer anymore. And to be serious. For what? And to be tense is out of absolutely we can say out of subject. Is useless. To be
Yeah.
tense. How can you be tense in the atmosphere which is so relaxed? If these things are expressing themselves, then you should know you haven't come to your proper point in Sahajayoga. If you still worry and go on worrying, you'll go to the left and you'll get out of Sahajayoga. This is the second serious point. So the first point is that you'll become schizophrenic, mad, lunatics. One. That's the first thing. I'm not a businessman, so I'm telling you the worst first.
Yeah.
The second thing, as just now I've told you, will be that you'll go out of Sahajayoga. As a result of that, you might get any disease like cancer or any that disease that comes from the left side. There are so many. So this is very important to see that you try to keep to the central path of ascent. Through curative methods, through meditative methods, through vibratory methods, you must try to keep in the center and don't go to the right. Because with this destructive power, if you go to the right side, you will become extremely inauspicious and you will start destroying people. Especially for the wives of leaders, I would like to tell them that they must become very humble. Otherwise, they will have this thing, a power by which they'll destroy themselves and others. This is like this, the power, say, which is of a fire or of the light. If it is not used for which it is made, supposing you put your hand in the fire, it will burn. So we must understand the power of women is compassion, is nourishment. And they should not try to become like men, because then they'll burn off people and burn off themselves. So as I told you before, that it's the women who can be very, very helpful in improving the left side. By dominating men, you make them left-sided, which is not their style. They should not be left-sided. But if they are truly men, they will walk in the central path. And if women are truly women, they'll walk in the central path. So to walk in the central path, one has to get rid of all these things of this type which are within us. The third thing that really I would say warn you people, that you get attached to your things, to your possessions, to your children, to your surroundings. Like many friends who say, oh, I hate to go out of France. When they go to some other country, they always criticize. I don't know who are the best critics, but all of them criticize each other. They never try to see the good points of others. And in doing so, what you do is to perpetuate a kind of an inferiority on others, using your powers of left side, by which you make others look small. Like pitying someone for nothing at all. Like if supposing you start pitying me, what will it look like? It's upset as that.
Yes, Shri Mataji, I don't even know how to translate that.
No, but that's what it is. So there should be no pity, there should be compassion. And that will take you out of this nonsensical ideas of pitying yourself, pitying others, and feeling all the time sorry for nothing at all. Because if you ask for such pity, then you will be pitied too. I mean, you will be in a pitiable condition yourself. But if you have compassion, then you don't put down that person, you don't sort of make him feel inferior, but you encourage him and he feels powerful. Like a finger is hurt within you, you just try to soothe it and be compassionate towards it. You don't try to put him down that you are no good, because it's part and parcel of your being. So the compassion stands in between condemnation and pity. In compassion, you have to condemn whatever is wrong. You have to condemn the bhoots. You have to condemn that's uglinesses. You have to condemn all that is wrong. So by that, you see, you make that person see that you do not have appreciation of what he is at all. And it is just compassion and no pity about it. Because the left-sided people want to be pitied, and if you pity them, they get even worse. So to say,
the first raga is Raksham Kalyan, connected with first energy center, that is Muladhara. Every energy center has a power. The Muladhara, the power is Shri Ganesha, and the quality is innocence. Om Tvameva. Om Tvameva Shri Ganesha, 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 Shri Ganesha, Shri Ganesha, Ganesha, Shri Adi Shakti Mata, Shri Nirmala Devi, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन,
Now please open your eyes, bow down to the Shri
श्री
Mataji
गणेश
and take the bandhan.
श्री गणेश कार्तिकेय, गौरी माधव, गौरी माधव, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन,
तेरो ध्यान अति पावन, तेरो ध्यान अति पावन,
तेरो ध्यान
जय श्री माता जी।
तेरो ध्यान तेरो ध्यान